card, I'm expecting that to come out again and again and again. I don't know what is going on. Can't seem to shake it off. Spirit guides, the universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Leo's highest good. How is Leo feeling in this 3rd and 4th week of July 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Leo's feeling first of all, please. Okay, so we have got the 6 of Wands reversed. Okay, so Leo, you could be feeling a lack of recognition. You could be feeling undervalued, unappreciated. Hi, Yodanka. Welcome in. I've literally just started. I've just started Leo. Yeah, because the 6 of Wands when it's upright is victory, recognition, success, being celebrated for your achievements. Okay, so when that's reversed, it's like, oh, thanks a lot, no one's noticed. Do you know what I mean? And in a love reading, it could be that you're not getting attention from the person that you want it from. You a kid? Okay, well this is like tarot readings for over 18s, to be honest. Just a disclaimer there. Okay, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune reversed and the Temperance reversed. Now, if they were upright, I would say that this is having dreams, and the universe, like whenever you see clouds on a tarot card, the universe is helping you along, like you'll see clouds on aces. The Wheel of Fortune, the wheel's turning in your favor. So if you're a Leo right now, this is the perfect time to manifest what you want for the future in terms of relationship goals, financial goals, career goals, health goals, anything you want, okay? This Sagittarian energy is about creating goals. It's like getting yourself balanced and in the right frame of mind so that you can shoot for your stars. Like the universe has decided that it wants to grant your wishes, whatever they are, at this time. That's really nice, and it's usually good karma. If that wheel was reversed, it would be, like we're stuck in a karmic cycle. For example, if you get into a toxic relationship, you see some red flags and you ignore them and you stay in that relationship, instead of leaving, then that would be like a karmic cycle. Okay, you're doing something that's unhealthy, that would be a karmic cycle. So until you learn your lesson, it would remain like that. I've just remembered, actually, these were both reversed, weren't they? Because I turned that one round to explain it. So there may be, Leo, there could be some sort of behavior or habit, or avoidance of facing the truth that's keeping you from balancing your emotions and getting your sights set on what it is that you want. We need to find emotional balance, emotional equilibrium in order to go for our goals. You've got to stay focused. Recently, someone got in touch with me that had really upset me, and it really knocked me off balance for a couple of days, and I thought, I don't like how this is affecting, I really don't like how this is affecting my, like, game and work, and, I need to be on the ball, I need to be focused and, like, feeling balanced, so basically avoid drama and find ways to be healthy, and if that means withdrawing from anyone that's messing with your head, do that. Hi, Judah. Welcome in. I'm just on the sign of Leo. I'm very good. It's the first day of the summer holidays, so teachers on vacay and all that. Trying to feel rested instead of tired. Tell you what, I'm going to sleep well tonight. I'm doing a tarot card reading. It's a weekly love reading, and I go through all the zodiac signs. So I see how you're doing and then how your person's doing, if it's someone that you're dealing with or that you're thinking about, or maybe someone that you're manifesting in the future. I see how they're doing as well. Right, let's get one more for Leo. They're collective readings, they're not individual. You can get individual readings, but they're paid. Okay, so we have got the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands reversed, all with the Ace of Wands. I told you, there's something that you need to do, Leo, in order to let go of the past, okay? So you're holding on to the Eight of Cups, if it's upright, is someone that is actively choosing to leave a relationship behind. They're walking away from that relationship. When it's reversed, it's like you're trying to hold on to it. Maybe someone's trying to leave you behind and you're like grabbing onto their ankles as they're walking out the door. Do you know what I mean? The Ten of Pentacles reversed. So you could have been in a commitment with someone, or you could have thought that you were going towards a commitment with someone, and it turns out that, you're having to divide assets, like move out from a home that you had together. There's definitely an ending here. Look, we've got the Ten of Wands. So this is dropping the burdens. Someone's moving out. Okay, there's definitely division going on here of two people that were together. Now, the Ace of Wands is like when something has legs, when something has major potential to go a really long way, and it's just at the beginning. And, there's good luck. Aces are good luck. It's your hard work, your action, met with good luck. Like an Ace of Pentacles could be you've, gone to a job interview and then you're given the job. That's an Ace of Pentacles. Some sort of action that you take with regards to a relationship, when that's met with good luck by the universe, that would be an Ace of Wands. So like, a rebirth of an old relationship or start of a new one with someone brand new. But everything's upside down here, so there's definitely a major ending at the moment for you, Leo. Hi, AGF. I'm just on the sign of Leo. Okay, now for your person, the one that's on your mind or the one that you're dealing with or manifesting in, we've got the Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant is the major arcana for Taurus. It is the card of the teacher. Now, the Hierophant has lived so many hard lessons, okay, that they now want to tell others what they've learned in order to help them so that they don't have to experience the hardships that this person has, okay? They're no longer the student, they are the teacher. This is the challenge, okay, for whoever's showing up in your reading. They could be a Taurus, but they could just be someone that's trying to be wise, trying to use their life experience to make plans, to make decisions, to stay out of trouble, to grow. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Cups reversed. So this can be when someone's lacking self-love. It can also be when we're not experiencing love or we've fallen out of love. Okay, so someone's cup is empty. Perhaps they're not dealing with anybody at the moment. Perhaps they're tired and drained. They may need to take time out for themselves, you know. King of Wands reversed. So this person that's showing up in your reading, Leo, it's someone that you've got on your mind, that you've been dealing with, or that you're manifesting in the future. I think they're having a period of doubt, okay? Because if this King of Wands was upright, it'd be someone that has their solar plexus activated, they're courageous, they're confident, they're in control. Like kings and queens, they sit still. They're not rash, they're not spontaneous. They're sitting in their power, they're in control, they're experienced. So for this to be reversed, this person's not feeling very courageous at the moment. They're lackluster. Their cup's empty. I think they're tired, and I think they're trying to be wise. They don't want to make mistakes again. For example, a mistake that you might make is sleeping with someone that just wants you for your body, you know, and then it's all great to start with, and then they start being a jerk towards you because they just don't want it to grow, they don't want it to go anywhere, you know, so they sabotage it, and then it ends up backfiring and you feel rubbish. So possibly someone's just trying to use their head and keep to themselves and put themselves first. That's just an example. This could be like drained in work after having a lot of responsibility. Excuse me. Okay, Queen of Cups upright for the outcome. Now, on your side, Leo, I don't think we had any kings or queens. We had the Six of Wands, we had the Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance. We had the Eight of Cups. No, it was just everything was ending. They are showing up as the King of Wands because it's on their side. So this could be you as the Queen of Cups upright. Now the Queen of Cups is someone who's very caring, very healed, emotionally generous. So on the lives, what I do is I read for each of the signs, so they're collective readings. But if you want like a personal reading, I can do that. It would be £18, and you can look at my channel description and there'll be a link to my PayPal. So you'd put £18 in, then tell me what question you've got. And I can do like 20 minutes. That's individual to you, but you can just watch your sign or the sign of your person and it should still resonate. Right, there's the Eight of Wands reversed, which is delays, okay? Because this is fast action, progress, fast communication, and it's reversed. So it means the opposite of progress, which is delays, stagnancy, okay, disruption. We've got new moon reversed, which would have been a new beginning. So again, delays, challenges, blocks. We've got the Seven of Wands, okay? So being defensive, feeling the need to be combative and, you know, put our walls up, put our defenses up. Maybe a little bit argumentative or competitive. So they were all together, weren't they? So that's in the outcome. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Wands and the Fool. I don't like that as a combination because the Greek mythology behind Orion is that he's very overbearing, he's very sexual, he's very pushy, and the dove is very innocent. And a Knight of Wands is a player. A Knight of Wands is like very sexual and spontaneous, impulsive. And the dove is ignorant. The dove takes a leap of faith. It doesn't know, you know, what dangers lie ahead. I fear that impulsivity would be a bad move at the moment with those two cards being together. Okay, I've already done Gemini in the last live, so you might want to go out of this and go into the last live. Cancer, I've just done, so you probably want to rewind. Actually, not rewind, go out and go into the last live for Cancer. There's only Leo so far in this live. I went off to eat my dinner and watch some TV. So you need to go out this live and go in the last one in the lives playlist if you want to watch Cancer and Gemini. I'm probably going to do Sagittarius tomorrow. I'm pretty tired now. So I think in this one I'll do Leo, Virgo and Libra. That was weird the way that flipped out. The Chariot. Okay. See, the Emperor jumps into the Chariot. Okay, and when he does that, he's determined to win. He's determined to achieve a particular outcome, which could be to defend or attack. And that's what the crab does in the Greek mythology behind this card. The crab uses its tough external, you know, skeleton and it grabs onto and nips the foot and is kicked off. So it's all about willpower. Okay, like that crab tried its hardest to succeed, and when the chariot overturns, it's lost, defeat, or failure at the last minute. When it's upright, it's success. Okay, so something is successful in the end. That's interesting because I think I think I'm not sure, but I think the crab might attack Orion's foot. I don't know. I don't really want to read the myths out, but you can look at the myth that goes with it by Googling Starbright's tarot and then putting Cancer mythology, because it's an online booklet, that one, and I can't be bothered reading it out tonight. I read out every single one that came out last week. Yeah, there's this need to kind of overcome challenges with attack and defense. We can't afford to be just innocent and naive and succeed by pure chance. There could be a little bit of a battle. I'm looking at both sides of this spread and everything's in reverse, isn't it? It's very negative. Ace of Cups, King of Wands, the Hierophant. There's such a lack of courage on the side of the one that's showing up for you in the future. And on your side, you don't want to let go of something. You really don't want to let go, and it's keeping you in a karmic cycle. And it's stopping you from manifesting your dreams. When is Leo going to meet the one that's showing up in their reading? Distract yourself from the waiting game. Yeah, there's some shadow work to do on your side and on the side of this person. And if this person that's showing up in your reading is the one, if they're not someone that you're manifesting in the future and it's someone you are directly dealing with now, you need to let it go. Because you've got the Eight of Cups reversed, you're holding on to something, and it's reached the end of the cycle with the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Wands reversed, the Ten of Pentacles reversed. But I don't know. It could be someone new, or it could be the one that you're dealing with, but you definitely need to let go of the past, Leo. You need to stop fighting this. If a tower needs to fall, it will. It's bigger than you. You can't hold it up. Let's see what was going on with them. Why are they the King of Wands reversed? Drowning. You are going under and barely keeping things afloat. Ask for help. Sneaky snake, going behind your back, deceitful swindler. See, I don't think that's down to you. I don't think that the person on this side is the one that you're dealing with. I think this is a separate person. I think they've been betrayed in the past. They've got trust issues. There's no kind of love to give anyone else. They're trying to rebuild their self-love because they weren't valued. They weren't truly valued. They were dealing with sneaky people. And they're drowning in emotion, like it's not good. They're feeling all the feels in the wrong way at the moment. It's not good feelings that they're having. Let's continue to clarify. Beloved wisdom. Well, that's what the Hierophant card is all about. Love is a choice you make every day, so choose wisely. They don't want to invest in the wrong person yet again. Okay, they don't trust their own judgment. They feel like it's Groundhog Day. They keep choosing wrong or like giving people the time of day that really don't deserve it, They're lacking wisdom, they feel. And it's caused them a lot of like pain. They don't want to deal with any more sneaky people. Between the lines, uncover the truth carefully and write your own ending. They're so sick of finding shit out about people, honestly. Mapping the way. Explore love and unearth unexpected treasures. Entangled. Establish and communicate your own boundaries. They could have been expected to put up with a third-party situation previously. They could have been expected to put up with something casual or some sort of situationship. Things where it's not exclusive. Things where it's long distance, like very non-traditional. Hater. A situation is about to explode. Oh my god. Kicked to the curb. Tired of drama. That is like that screaming third party to me. Someone that's not being given first place in a relationship, the third place after, the wife or the husband and the rest of the family, they're last on the list. It's all about to kick off. And they've been, left out in the cold, but I think they've had people coming back, like bad pennies, coming and going and, expecting them to be okay with it, and they're not. I think they've had, people wanting them to forgive them, and it's gone beyond, like, what is forgivable. It's done too much damage. This person's exhausted. Look at that. Every person who leaves takes away something you no longer need. Okay, so the way a tree in autumn sheds its leaves, it doesn't need them. There's no nourishment left in those leaves. Okay, it's choosing to let those go. It's choosing to shed those leaves because there's going to be regrowth, there's going to be renewal. It's part of the cycle, it's part of the process. There's absolutely nothing for that tree, in that leaf. So it's dead, it's done. Down it goes. And eventually, the dead leaves become a home for creatures, they get broken down, they become mulch. It is part of the cycle. That was always supposed to happen, I feel like I can't see anything. It looks a lot lighter on the camera, but it's really dark for my eyes in here. There we go. Bit of air as well. Okay, so this person that you are dealing with, Leo, let's get you some advice. In case you've not been speaking to that person and you're no longer living together, I'll get you a no contact message. So this is for the one that you're breaking up from or moving out from. It's not this person on the side, that's someone in the future, I think. The one you're supposed to let go of. Shit. I'm leaving. I'm ready to leave a situation or mindset that has not served me and hindered my growth. That is mental. That is that 8 of Cups. I'm ready to leave a situation or mindset that has not served me and hindered my growth. Let's get you some advice, Leo. Right, Leo, you need to rest, okay? What you're going through is very tiring. It's emotionally draining, okay? So even if you haven't done much physically, you will feel drained. Your nervous system will feel wobbly, okay? Because you're experiencing an upsetting period at the moment, major ending that you weren't necessarily wanting or you were trying to stop, hold on to. You need to take care of yourself, okay? Nurture yourself, make sure you get plenty of rest. And if you're not able to sleep, then you just take it easy physically, like during the day. Be kind to yourself. In nature, you tend to relax, if you lie down on the grass or lie down on the beach. Very, very unexpected levels of relaxation from that. Lying down in your garden at night, it's safe to do so, do it. If it's not safe to do that, don't, but, there's places in the UK or in other parts of the world where it's perfectly safe to do that. Okay, so a healing essential oil for you is wintergreen. Wintergreen berry. Oh my god, that's freaky. Showcases the power of letting go. I'm sorry. That's freaky. That is freaky. I love tarot. I love spirit. That goes so well. Walk away. The power of letting go. Oh my god. So you can put that in a diffuser. You can also get wintergreen berry in lotions and creams. Use it topically. Okay. That's a really good essential oil for you. Let's get you a positive affirmation, and then I'm going to get you a card for why people adore you, Leo. Okay, positive affirmations. I am capable of creating a fulfilling and meaningful life. I am capable of achieving all of my goals and dreams. I am worthy of all the good things that come into my life. I choose to focus on the positive in every situation. Okay, what is it that people adore about you, Leo? Okay, so many things. That's rude. Maybe you need to hear this right now. Okay, Leo, people love your honesty. They adore that about you. Okay, the fact that you tell the truth. Your self-control. I watch what I do and what I say. Okay, so you're very, very disciplined. People really admire that about you. Judgment. I listen to both sides before making a decision. Okay, so you're actually very good at standing back and being fair. Humility. I quietly show people what I can do instead of bragging. Okay, so there could be a lot of stuff that you've done in your life and yet you don't go on and on about it. Other people would. Other people totally would. Okay, so you could be keeping your light under a bushel. Curiosity. I like to ask questions. Okay, so I don't know if that applies to people around you, or I don't know if you're good at getting to know people, or if you're good at finding things out about the world and you've just got a healthy curiosity. But people like it, okay? They've noticed that about you. Hope. I believe good things will happen. I set lots of goals, okay? So that is very, very Leo to do that, to set lots of goals. Very fire sign. You're very much goal orientated. You love to achieve, okay? And you'll never not do that. So people really like that about you because it shows that you've got a lot of hope. I hope you liked this reading. I hope it resonates. Please give it a like, give it a share, support the channel. I can't wait to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm hoping to do that by the end of the summer. If anyone wants a personal reading, you can pay me £18, 18, just 18, okay, not 80. £18 on my PayPal. The link is in the description for the channel on YouTube, and you can also private message me on TikTok if you want to. I'll do 20 minutes for £18. That's like, what, like 60p a minute or something. And it'll be just to your energy, okay? So not something maybe you want to do all the time, but I'd probably buy a reading for myself from another reader. I'd probably do that about 3 times a year. I don't see the point in doing it any more frequently than that. You got to let a bit of life happen. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to be throwing all your hard-earned money away on constant readings, because it's just gonna like be the same answer, do you know what I mean, on stuff. So if I do you a private reading, it'll be a link to a YouTube video that only you can see, and it won't have an expiry on it. And it can be about love, or it can be about your health, it can be about finance, it can be about absolutely anything, relocations, business investments. Okay, on to Virgo.